Hi guys, Redneck Wannabe here. I hope all is well with you and your family today. So I thought I would show you the rabbit tractor, the compartmentalized rabbit tractor. So I really like Joel Salatin. I've read one of his books and I've listened to a lot of his podcasts or interviews on YouTube. And I really like, it's just so common sense, you know. And one of the things that he talks about is mob grazing. And that's one of the things that I'm trying to do here, is just increase soil fertility with animals, because that's how God created it. So I've already built the chicken tractor, which I have a previous video on that, and I just built the compartmentalized rabbit tractor, and I'll show you what I've done here. And I've learned some things on the chicken tractor. I guess first and foremost, while I'm thinking about it, the main thing that I've learned on the chicken tractor is if you've got uneven ground, the chickens will get out. They, you will have a jailbreak. And so I've tried to remedy that here with the rabbit tractor. So what I'm doing is, sorry for the noise, but my son's back there home. But what I'm doing is on level ground, that's where I'm putting the chicken tractor. On the uneven ground, that's where I'm putting the rabbit tractor, and I'll show you how I'm keeping the rabbits from digging out. So the same principle that I have the chicken tractor is with the rabbit tractor. One of the main differences is you can see I've got this welded wire, and it goes throughout the tractor. And what I've done is, and the reason I use the welded wire instead of, say, chicken wire, is chicken wire has the holes so close, and the grass gets tamped down quite a bit, whereas the welded wire will grow up. And I'm almost done. I ran out of some parts on the water, but outside of that, man, it's ready to go. But back to the welded wire. So the welded wire is on the underneath here, and what I did is I used screws and washers to hold down, kind of like I have this cattle panel, but I'm holding the welded wire with screws and washers all the way around the perimeter and right down the center. And then I kind of did the cattle panel the same way, but you can see how I've got staples, but there were just a couple loose spots that I put these. So that's the main difference. And now I wasn't able to get one total complete, because I think it's like a 6-foot roll. So what I did is, here are 2 ends, and I just took some wire and I just weaved it right through there to keep this somewhat stationary, but to keep the rabbits from digging or being able to dig through that. Now I've compartmentalized this, so I'm going to be able to fit 8 rabbits in here, and I'm going off of memory, but I want to say this is like 3 foot by 4 foot. And I wasn't sure which design I was going to use. I think this is 24 inches tall and this is 36 inches tall, so I'm not sure which one. I may build another one here in the future. But while I was building all this, as I'm making the compartments, I'm sitting in there and I'm thinking, man, I understand what the Vietnam POWs felt like in those tiger cages, because man, it was tight. But what I did was I got electrical conduit, and I chose conduit over wood because I think for the weight it's stronger. And so I've got the electrical conduit. So I've got here, obviously nothing back there, but then I've just got little compartments, and I've got a lot of zip ties. So I went and bought this thing full of zip ties. So I know rabbits like to chew, so we'll see how it goes. I don't know if I'm gonna have to come back in here and use wire, or if the zip ties will be able to work. But So I've used here. Let's see, you can see better. Yeah, so there you go. So I cut some welded wire, and then I cut one piece and then used it as a template for the others, and the same thing over here because they're different. My wife and I, we had a date the other day, and we did a little garage sale stuff, and you women are saying, "What, you cheap date?" And then the guys are saying, "Yeah, man, cheap date." So my wife and I, we had a date and we garage sale. But anyway, got these pans, just drilled a couple holes in them, zip tied them to right here. So that's going to be the food. Here's the watering line. I'm not even going to show you how I did that because I modeled it after J. Null's rabbit system, but this is nothing like it. So I had to redneck this, and man, it was a process. So I'm not even going to show you how I did this. Just this is it. J. Null has a whole lot better video and can explain it, and probably did it a whole lot easier than I did. But this is it. I'm gonna have the capability of having 8 rabbits here. I've debated on right in here. I've decided not to, just because the water lines are going to be hanging here, and I don't want the rabbits to chew. Now I may have to come back and put some wire cloth, maybe right in here, just to keep the rabbits from putting their nose through there and chewing on that. I don't know. We'll just kind of wait and see. But I think that's it. So yeah, it's been a long, hot deal. This took way longer than I thought it would, because I thought, with the chicken tractor, I had the basic template. I knew what I was going to do. So all this was no big deal, but it was this that took the time, just trying to figure out, okay, what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? And so forth. But seems pretty sturdy. Oh, one other thing I was going to show you. I did, how I weaved right here. I weaved those 2 parts together, and I did the same thing back over right in there somewhere. I did the same thing here because there was too much gap between the welded wire and the conduit, and so I just wove the wire in through there. So now back to the uneven ground. That's why I'm going to use this on the uneven ground, is because it's just not going to give any room for the rabbits to dig out, whereas with the chicken tractor, I don't have anything here on the bottom, and the chickens have a tendency to scratch right along the perimeter, and then they're able to go right out. So that's why I'm going to use this on uneven ground, which is this area right out here. So the plan is all up and through there and all this area, and I may go back out here as well, but back here is where I've got the chicken tractor. So anyway, that is it. I hope this helps, and I appreciate y'all. Y'all take care. Bye.